Hello, Kindred Spirits, and welcome to my spiritual oasis. Here, weary souls come to find inner wisdom and peace. Today, we are doing a love romance reading, asking the question, what is holding you back in love? So I have prepared 3 groups to guide our conversations today. Group 1, Group 2, and Group 3. If you need to pause the video at this time to meditate on which of the 3 groups has your message in it, please do so at this time. We will be using Oracle, Tarot, and any other divination tools that I am inspired to use while doing the readings. So pause the video now if you need to. Otherwise, we'll just get right into the readings. Hello, group number 1, and welcome to your romance reading. We are asking the question today, what is holding you back in love? So getting a little bit more guidance and information. If you are feeling stuck, if you are feeling like you just can't find the person that you're looking for, or maybe you're with somebody and there's just some sort of a disconnect there. So we are getting a little bit more insight from the universe to see what messages we have for you today around the question, what is holding you back in love? So let's go ahead and flip over our guiding energy. So we have the Maiden as well as the Self. Okay, so what is holding you back in love? Right off the bat we see is, so the Maiden. Our Maiden has a tendency to be attracted to or be curious about the bad boy or girl. They're intrigued by the danger. They're intrigued by the shadow, the darkness, because they are so pure and innocent. So maybe you don't feel like you're pure and innocent, but the Maiden does suggest a certain level of innocence, a certain level of naivete. And it also feels like maybe discernment is something that you need to work on. So discerning your partners, not just accepting or allowing anybody into your world, and knowing like when somebody shows you who they are, especially if it's not great, believe them, because it's just going to end poorly for you. So discernment. And then with the Self, so I feel like this could pretty much all of the energies could go multiple different ways. The Maiden, like on the other hand, where there's a naivete and an innocence, there could also be like you needing to cultivate more of the Maiden energy. So maybe you're scorned, or you're been, you had a bad relationship in the past, and so you might be kind of in a negative place, and that's reflecting in your ability to open your heart and receive love. And then in the Self, what I do see, again, that two-way street, I see that there's a level of selfishness that is keeping you from attracting a partner for yourself. Like you're just too focused on yourself, or on the opposite end of the spectrum, you don't think about yourself enough. You're not focused on yourself enough. You're not following your own passions and your own goals. When you're in a relationship, you're too focused on the other party that you lose your independence. So you know yourself better than anybody else. You would know which of those energies and which side of the energies is reflecting more on yourself. So just to kind of combine the energies, I am getting a message that, again, when you're in a relation, first of all, you select a partner who is exciting and scratches this itch, this desire to want to be with somebody who's exciting, but not good for you. Again, that bad boy, bad girl type of person. And then when you're in the relationship, you're not you lose your independence, you lose your sense of self and individuality because you're just so focused on them because they're more interesting than you. They're more worldly, have more experience, their life is more exciting. And I feel like the message there, if that resonated, make your life exciting then. Do stuff that you enjoy doing. Make your life the life that you want. And then when you are at peace and doing the things that you love doing, you will attract a partner who is actually like good for you and wanting to be on this journey with you and not kind of just dragging you along. Okay, so let's add some tarot. What's holding you back in love? We have the Queen of Wands. So the first thing I see there is this is energy that you need to cultivate. So again, and I already mentioned this actually, the idea of you leaning into your own passion pursuits, you nurturing your own creative energy, your own passion, taking the initiative in your life to do the things that you really love to do, and what you want to see manifest in your life. So like taking control over your life. I feel like also the Queen of Wands basically talks about like she achieves her goals at any cost. Like she's very, very focused on achieving her goals, nurturing her goals, seeing the vision come to life, and she will use anything in her arsenal to do so. Our Queen of Wands is also very charismatic, she's charming, and she is magnetic. So tapping into that energy inside of you that makes you attractive, and really what makes a lot of people attractive, I mean, there's multiple things, right? But the primary thing is somebody who's living the life that they want. Not someone who's living a life that was set out by their parents or society or whatever, but somebody who embraces who they are and they live their life to its absolute full and will settle for nothing less. So that I'm cultivating that Queen of Wands energy is what's missing. And then we have the Star, which talks about hope. So what's missing, what's holding you back in love? Hope. Like the hope of finding somebody who's actually going to be who you want and reflect what you want to see in your life. And in order to find a partner who reflects what you want to see, you have to be living the life that you want to live. And then that energy will attract that partner that you're looking for. The Star is all about harmony. It's all about balance. And I talked a little bit about, with the self energy and even the maiden energy, this idea of being imbalanced in relationships, this idea of putting a partner or someone else above yourself and not being, having that balanced sort of energy when it comes to partners and finding a good partner for yourself. So harmony, balance inside of yourself, and then that will attract that person into your life. And having faith that that person exists. When you're doing your affirmations, do you truly believe that that person exists? If you don't truly believe it inside of your heart, then you've already lost. So it's about, having faith and believing in the process and understanding that there will be there will be manifest what you so desire and what you are willing to believe and trust in. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. So what's holding you back in love? The Ace of Pentacles here, I feel like it's just connected to you pursuing opportunities that are in alignment with your destiny, with what you want to see in your life. So I'm feeling here that there's an opportunity either on the table or coming that is in the world of Pentacles, an opportunity to make money off of your creative endeavors, an opportunity to make money doing something you enjoy doing. But it's just like a money-making opportunity that I'm feeling like you could have potentially turned down, or maybe you have turned down. This could be in the past for some of you. You have turned down opportunities, you know, financial opportunities and other opportunities for a partner or for someone because you didn't want to move away from them, or because, you know, whatever the reasoning was. But what I do see here again, and I'm getting this for a lot of you, I mean, again, you know you, but being less, or being a little bit more selfish for those of you who give it all in a relationship. And even when you get into a relationship, making sure to leave room and leave space for, make sure to leave room and leave space for yourself and your own individuality and your own goals and wishes and desires. Even when you become, you know, in a committed relationship, however that looks for you, whether that's marriage or other, a long-term committed relationship, you still need to hold on to that self. You still need to hold on to who you are as an individual. Okay. What is holding you back in love? Clarity. Yeah, that was extra. It happens. Okay, so we have the Mountain. And the key word here is clarity. I also feel like there is a sense of stability too. I feel like it's emotional. I feel like emotional stability, clarity on what you want and the life that you want to manifest and see come to fruition for yourself, is what's holding you back, which is literally the conversation we're having. Okay, so now that we've done some digging on what's holding you back, let's get a little bit more information to see what you can do moving forward in order to manifest the love life that you desire. And we already talked a bit about that already. We're going to get a little bit more specific information from Spirit about this leg of your journey. Okay. Courage. Ooh, I love that. I love that courage showed up here because it is so incredibly true. You know, pursuing love is a vulnerable, like, you have to be, there's a part of it where you are vulnerable and you are open to receiving, and it takes courage to pursue what you want. It takes courage to live the life that you want. It takes courage to be clear on what you're looking for in life, the type of love that you want, the type of life that you want. And it takes courage to actually push for those things that you truly want to see. So I love that this showed up. I feel like this is a great message for you to take with you. I also feel like it suggests that it's not going to be easy, but what's worth having, truly worth having, is easy. All that glitters. I feel like this card is talking about, in order to be successful in love, seeing people for who they truly are. So if we look a little bit closer at this card, we'll see masks over a big pile of glowing gold, which could very well be pirate, which is fool's gold. But I feel like the message here is, again, kind of connected to that idea, that the maiden conversation, where, like, you know, you're with the person who you know isn't good for you, but you either think they're going to change, or you think you can change them, or maybe you're just curious, whatever the case may be. But I feel like this card really talks about seeing people for who they truly are, removing the masks on the thing that's shiny, the person that seems to be the perfect, you know, person, and just seeing truly who people are. You know, that bad boy or bad girl person might seem to have it, you know, have it all and be free and all these different sorts of things. But when you remove the mask, when you remove the facade, you see who they truly are. Maybe they're not happy. Maybe they don't like their job. Maybe they had a rough upbringing and they're pushing down all of that pain. So it's really like peeling back the mask and not, not thinking that something is, just not being fooled by the masks and the facades that we all wear, at least at some points in our lives, and that you're being open and honest with yourself too about what you want, what you desire, in the direction that you truly want to go with your life. Okay, and then we have meditate to dispel all fears and become a beautiful, enchanting, magnetic person. So meditation, dispelling fears, I love that. I feel like that's connected to the star energy, this idea of like faith and removing fear, releasing fear. That was then, this is now. Let go of last year, last week, and yesterday, and live in the moment. I love that. I feel like that also kind of hints at forgiveness too, like not just leaving it behind, but like truly forgiving yourself. I feel like sometimes we don't always forgive ourselves for the mistakes and like the life. Like you live life, and that a part of life is making mistakes. You are royal. You are sovereign. Honor this and let go of those who do not acknowledge it. So I feel like that's Queen of Wands, baby. You are the Queen of Wands, snapping finger in the air, okay? Anybody who does not see your worth doesn't need to be in your life. And you don't have to convince somebody of your worth. Literally, a chunk of gold does not have to prove how worthy it is. The lion does not have to prove how worthy she is. The lioness in this case. They just are. They live their life and they're like, this is who I am. Bam. Okay. So living in that freedom and demanding that type of respect in a relationship is actually going to be very attractive. Going along with somebody else's stupidity is actually not attractive, even though you might feel like standing your ground, putting your foot down, is going to be unattractive or push people away. It's not. It's going to attract people because people like people who know who they are. And then the final message for you, beautiful soul. Pay close attention to your patterns and let go of those that are merely reactions to life. And I feel like this is very much so connected to taking control over your life. Instead of being reaction, be the one putting the energy out there. That's about affirmations. And not just affirmations. Affirmations are beautiful and it's good to claim and speak into your life what you want to see. But like the next step to an affirmation is action. And that's what our Queen of Wands is all about, beautiful soul. It's about taking action. It's about putting that fire, that passion, that energy behind what you want, what you desire in your life. So my beautiful kindred soul, these are the messages that I have channeled for you today. I certainly hope this was helpful for you. If it was, make sure to drop a comment down below. Let me know what resonated. Also, make sure to click like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're not already a part of the Kindred family. I would absolutely be honored to have you. Please also do connect with me on Facebook if you are a Facebook person. That is where I do, my communication in general with my beautiful kindreds more regularly. I am also on TikTok. I know. I gave in. But check me out on TikTok as well if you do that. And check out my Etsy shop where I curate content there to help you on your spiritual life journey. So thank you so much, beautiful soul, for your time and your energy today. And I will see you in an upcoming video. Bye! Hello, my beautiful kindred group number 2s, and welcome to your romance reading where we are asking what is holding you back in love, part 1. Part 2 is what then can you do to cultivate the love life that you so desire. So let's go ahead and flip over our guiding energy. What is holding you back in love? We have the shapeshifter and the king. So bearing in mind that there's always two sides to these energies, these archetypes. So with the king, what's holding you back in love could be that you are you are putting out too much masculine energy into your realm of love and relationships. So this does not this does not have to do with you being a male or a female. This is about energy. So you're putting out too much masculine energy, not enough divine feminine energy. So like the softer side of you, people want to see the softer side of you, the nurturing side of you, the nourishing side of you, instead of that outward there, that just robust, fiery sort of energy. And I'm getting the message here that in past relationships, people just didn't feel like you cared as much about them as you did about your job or any other, your job, your business, your whatever thing that you're out there pursuing and pushing forward. So cultivating more divine feminine energy, nurturing and nourishing your relationships, and being more vulnerable in relationships. And it could also be, again, the flip of that you are not putting enough fire and passion and masculine energy into the relationship. Maybe you're too clingy, that sort of thing. So again, it could go either way. And then the shapeshifter talks about what's holding you back in love is your inability to be yourself. Who are you? The shapeshifter doesn't have its own form. It's constantly morphing and melding and meshing into other things to fit its environment so that it can basically get what it wants. So I feel like this idea of claiming who you are, being an independent person, knowing what you want out of life, and again, showing who you are. Like, it's fine. Like, there are definitely benefits to being able to morph and change into situations. But in a relationship, if you're constantly changing and morphing and you are like this formless being, then your partner doesn't truly know who you are. And people want to know who they're with. They want to know who they're dating, so when you're showing that one face when you meet them because you're in a social setting, and then when you guys are alone, you agree with all their ideas and you always want to eat what they want to eat, and then it's like you don't have your own personality. So I feel like the message there for that is to lean into and embrace your own personality. The people who aren't going to like you weren't going to like you anyway. So like you and do you, boo. So we have King of Wands energy. What's holding you back in love? King of Wands energy, which I feel like is very much solely connected and related to our King energy in general. But I feel like this, like taking leadership and authority over your own desires and passions, pursuing what you want to pursue, having a clear vision for your life, and, being in a position to get the people around you to make your vision of life come true. Then we have the Four of Wands, which to me is talking about family. Are you creating a solid foundation for a family and or for the relationship that you want? If you're not, that's holding you back. That's keeping you from attracting the type of partner that is going to bring you that satisfying sort of romantic relationship in your life. And then we have the Page of Cups. So what is holding you back in love? The Page of Cups to me is talking about creativity. Are you denying the creative, inventive side to yourself for whatever the reason may be? The Page of Cups to me is telling me that you need to embrace more of your creative, our pages are very curious, they're very open and tactile, tangible. So it's about going out there and actually pursuing the things that you enjoy when it comes to your creative passions, and also with spirituality as well. So going out there and exploring, touching things, feeling things. Do you have musical talent? Pick up the guitar, the piano, or are you a dancer? Dance, So it's about really going out there and doing those things that are connected to and related to your, the things that you are, the talents and creative things that you're good at. And if you don't know, go out there and explore. Go out there and kind of like just figure it out. I feel like it's also like being honest and open about where you are in your heart space too. I feel like this combination of wands and cups could be what's missing. Maybe in relationships you're too focused on like pentacles and supporting and like grounding the relationship, especially if you have strong earth energy in your chart. And I feel like the message here is to encourage and cultivate more water energy, more emotional and more fire energy, which together when they're blended is love. It's the manifestation of love, where you have that passion and desire and also that emotional satisfaction. Because our king energy, like kings can also be a little bit disconnected because they're so focused on their goals and leading and all of these other things. So again, cultivating a atmosphere in your relationships that are conducive to love and supporting a relationship. What is holding you back in love? Invigorates. Maybe you've kind of lost the steam when it comes to love and love relationships. And I feel like that's kind of a part of the message, right? An invigoration, a resurgence, an excitement that you may have lost along the way through heartbreak and disappointment and all sorts of other very real things that we all go through as we're looking for love. So invigorating your passion and desire to be in a relationship is going to be critical to turning this around for you, my love. And our final message for what's holding you back in love goes to the lake. And the key word for lake is depth, which I feel like is very much so connected to our conversation about connecting the passion and the emotions together in a relationship, knowing who you are so that you can attract somebody who actually is in it for you. And then once you're in a relationship, not staying on the surface, but diving deep, being vulnerable, opening yourself up to your partner. And, with that is risk. There's a risk of getting hurt. And there's a risk of, opening up to the wrong person and all this other stuff. But the thing is that everything takes practice. You have to work at anything to get good at it. And when it comes to love and relationships, this isn't really talked about. Excuse me. I was laughing and then I ended up choking. This isn't talked about, but you have to work at it too. You have to date a lot of people, right? In order to figure out what you do like, what you don't like, how you want people to treat you, what sort of energy you like, who you want to be in a relationship, who you want to be with in a relationship, whose energy is going to vibe with you, who isn't. What are the things that are really important to you in love? Like, there are so many factors that go into it. And in order to do that, you have to practice. You have to be out there. So the encouragement is to be out there and really just take your time and enjoy the process. Love. Okay, so the next portion of our reading is going to be, okay, now that we know what's holding us back, let's see what we can do to move forward, which now that we know what's holding us back, we can also have hints on what's to move forward. We're going to get some more specific information from Spirit. So the first thing, flexibility. So with that king energy, okay, so this is funny because we have the shapeshifter who is super flexible, but the shapeshifter, there's a flexibility there, but there's also a sense of not having an identity. Whereas flexible in this situation is talking about you're for example, if you have like a type, right? A type of person. If you have a type, it's like being flexible with that and opening yourself up, giving yourself more options, and being, flexible in that way. If you are a super like organized person and super like strict as far as time, maybe being flexible with that, and just making room for humanness in yourself and in a partner. But this is not to mean that you are, again, a formless being. The message here is that as a formed being, you still maintain flexibility and you're able to adjust and shift to situations as they come up. You are gracious to yourself and others as you embark on this journey, okay? And then we're going to have some final words of wisdom here. Fragrant are the flowers that bloom when you smile and let go. I feel like that's our message to our king. So if you vibed with that king energy, I mean, anybody can smile, of course, naturally, like, yes. But smiling often can turn a situation around. Like, even if you're not, quote unquote, feeling it right away, like the act of smiling actually like makes you happy. And it's good for your soul. Being happy is beautiful. All right. Relinquish defensiveness in your communications. Instead, stand tall, listen, and learn. Oh, I love that. To me, that's that mature version of the King of Wands energy. That king energy, that fiery energy that isn't defensive, but listens and learns and, stands tall, but is also willing to like listen and give other people an opportunity to speak. Like, you don't have to be the smartest one in the room. You just need to have the smartest people in the room as a leader. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Find a place of quiet solitude and listen to the goddess of the moon. Is she calling for more love? I think she is, and I think that's why we're here, right? But this idea of retreating to a place of solitude and quiet so that you can hear your own flipping thoughts, especially if you're that shapeshifter vibe and you're trying to truly lean into and discover who you are and the, energy that you want to manifest. A river of love flows through you when you let go. So my kings, I need you to let go. And again, not male nor female. We are just talking about energy here, okay? All right, my beautiful, lovely souls. These are the messages that I had channeled for you today. I certainly hope this was uplifting for you. This was helpful for you. If it was, make sure to drop that comment down below. Let me know it resonated. Click like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're not already a part of the Kindred family. I would love to have you. Connect with me on Facebook or TikTok. Those are the two locations. I know. I'm new to TikTok. Be gracious with me, but we're working it out. We're making it happen. So thank you so much for your time and energy, beautiful soul, and I will see you in an upcoming reading. Bye. Hello, group number 3, and welcome to your romance reading, where we are asking the question today: what is holding you back in love? So let's go ahead and flip over our guiding energy to see what Spirit has to say to you. Ooh, so we have the animal and the shadow. Ooh, okay. And so the first energies that I got right off the bat with these two combined together: aggression. I am getting the energy here that my beautiful soul was hurt in the past. Something happened in the past when it comes to love, whether that be from a lover or some sort of familial tie connection. But aggression is the issue here for some of you. And all that aggression kind of settled down into your soul and like is manifest as this like shadowy energy that kind of makes you bitter in love. And who wants to be with somebody, who wants to combine their life with somebody who is bitter and angry and upset all the time? Not many. So you have to work through that. Shadow work might be necessary for some of you. Meditation, cultivating peace, cultivating forgiveness, loving yourself first, and then, of course, extending that to others. But aggression. And then the other side to this, I'm feeling, what's holding you back in love on the flip side is not being assertive enough in your relationship. So you're a pushover. And not being completely and wholly true to yourself. So denying that shadowy part of yourself, trying to appear to be perfect, and in that, being too accommodating, kind of being a pushover, like I said. So those are the energies that I'm vibing with right off of the bat here that is holding you back. Balance, balance, balance. Even in situations that it might sound kind of weird, but you know, we need that animal energy inside of us, right? We need that kind of unadulterated, complete embrace of that very base, simplistic side of ourselves that connects us directly to this world. Different than like the high-minded, very spiritual side to ourselves. You know, we are all of the things. Just different things are activated. And we have to activate sometimes that animal energy, you know, that assertive energy in order to have our needs met. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, my love. So now we have the Two of Cups present. So what's holding you back in love? Two of Cups. I feel like this is talking about believing that true love exists. So again, those of you who were hurt in the past, maybe even several times, and are a little bit scorned about love, maybe a little pessimistic about love, even though you might not admit it openly to yourself, you know deep down inside. I'm just getting the message like you don't believe that true love, that a true legitimate partnership with somebody else that is going to be fulfilling and mutual and harmonious and peaceful, like part of you doesn't believe that exists. And that's what's holding you back, that you don't believe that it exists. So therefore, the universe has to, the universe can only manifest what you truly believe inside of yourself. Your world is a reflection of your thoughts and your beliefs. So if you believe true love doesn't exist, then it won't for you. Know what I mean? And we have the Two of Swords. Okay. 2 energy, duality. Actually don't know if there's a third two. I'm just felt like it was happening. Anyway, the Two of Swords is what's holding you back in love with the Two of Swords added on to the conversation. It's this idea of being indecisive and not making a solid decision about what you want, who you are, what you believe, where you're going. There's just indecision in general is kind of part of the issue. And I feel like it's because, you know, with the blindfold, this idea of not being able to see because you don't want to see, right? You're covering up your own eyes. And I feel like part of that could be because you don't want to be hurt again. You know, you don't want to, you know, experience any kind of pain or loss. But understanding that there's a process to it. And I think sometimes we get really hurt in situations when we give too much too soon. So I feel like there's a message there in that, this idea of balance. You know, don't give somebody more than they've earned. You know, if somebody's only giving you, I mean, we're obviously not keeping track of time in this way, but this is just an example. Like if someone's only giving you 2 hours of their time, don't give them 20 hours of your time, you know. Give, take, and allow the relationship to blossom. Allow the person to show you who they are and what they want. So therefore you can then make a solid decision on about what you want to do, whether you want to move forward or not. And then we have the Five of Pentacles. So what is holding you back in love? Yeah, hurt, pain. We got to get a good look at this card. Yeah, hurt, pain, hopelessness. It could actually manifest in physical sickness as well. Like if there's truly there was combination of like anger, aggression, and like subduing all of that and trapping and keeping inside, there definitely could be a manifestation of physical ailments, or migraines, or actual like physical ailments. I'm getting breathing problems, maybe even heart problems, or like chest problems, and that's what's holding you back is pain in general, pain and hopelessness. Okay. Wow, you guys, I'm really sorry. Well, we all go through it. I mean, I'm not going to compare my situations to yours because I don't know, obviously, what you went through. But yeah, it's tough. And it does take a level of, like, you just have to release. And I'm definitely going to do a video on releasing because it's so powerful and meaningful to be able to let go of things that are done and pulling the lesson out of them. That's the trick. Like, things happen so we can learn, right? Those are those Saturn lessons. Things happen so that we can learn. But oftentimes we don't learn. We harbor the situation and the feelings and the anger and the rage, but we don't actually learn the lesson from it. And it's unfortunate because then it manifests negatively in other aspects of our lives. All right, let's keep going here. So what is holding you back in love? We have atoms, which the keyword there is building. So I feel like this is about building, it definitely could be talking about building wealth and worldly stability. But I feel like it's building a solid foundation in your heart space, inside of yourself, in order to support the the love that you want in your life. Right now, it's rocky soil, it's sandy soil, it's quicksand. Anything that you put on this soil is going to fail. So it's about building a solid foundation for yourself so that you can cultivate the love that you deserve and that you want to see in your life. And then sage purify. Oh my gosh, it's so super connected to what we're already talking about. This idea of purifying, releasing, letting go, so that you can have room in your heart space for true love. It exists. You have to believe it in order for it to manifest. There's a difference. Oh my gosh. You know what? I just have to say really quick while we move on to the second part of our reading, which is about, more specific messages or encouraging messages on how to manifest this, manifest the changes needed in order to clear out our heart space and attract the love that we want. I really feel like, those of you who find this message and act upon this message, you do the work, healing yourself and opening yourself up to love, like I see super beautiful, like a love that you never thought was possible. Like it's going to make you cry because it's going to make me cry. I'm kind of a sensitive soul, so maybe you won't cry, but I feel like you will. Like you're going to wake up one day to this beautiful relationship, this love, a family if that's in your heart, and you're just going to break down. You're going to break down. Because on the other side of this, yes, there's work and there's effort that needs to be put in. But once that's done, it's going to be worth it. Worth every painstaking moment that it takes for you to heal yourself from the inside out. Ooh, milk and honey. Speaking of beautiful things. Okay, so this is what I see here, which is to me very connected to literally the message that I was just like blabbling out of the side of my head, which isn't really out of the side of my head, is it? Okay, guided from spirit. So what I see in milk and honey, in order to overcome these things that are holding you back, I feel like this is the belief, right? Belief that the land of milk and honey exists. Believe that spiritual and love the fulfillments of love and a sound, beautiful, solid relationship, believe that that exists, that's out there. And not only that it exists, that it exists for you, my love, because it does. And the sooner you get to that conclusion and that reality inside of your heart and your soul, you know, you will be able to manifest that. Oh my gosh, there's like a little elephant splashing around in there in like this bowl of milk. I love it. It's so cute. And there's a rainbow. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Yeah, I totally see that for you. For those of you who put in the time, the effort, the energy, the work, I see that. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Okay, I have to take a moment and let that play out. It was too lovely to ignore it any longer. Okay, let go of the old tales and write your own adventure story. I love that. And I would say, journal, boo. I would say that's a literal, for some of you, that is a literal write. Okay, write the story that you want to manifest, you know? Write it down. Write what you see, write what you want, write what you desire, what is in your heart. Leave behind all the limiting beliefs. Leave behind all the things that happen to other people in your world. This is your life, your story. You get to write that, baby, okay? You are willing and able and won't give in or stop hoping. Enjoy your journey to love. Oh my gosh. I love that. And that's a specific love one too. That feels very direct and specific because these, you know, these cards are not specifically for love. I love it. Enjoy your journey to love. And that's not just love of others, right? Love starts from within us and projects outward to the world around us, to partnerships, to familiar relationships. All of their stuff comes secondary to the love that we have for ourselves inside of ourselves. Explore life and create your own experiences. Let go of being normal. What is normal anyway? Besides letting us know what we don't want. I lean into being completely weird. It's amazing. It's liberating, honestly. Very liberating. And the final message we have for you today, my beautiful kindred, let go of all limitations. You are creating a goddess through living your life. Who is he or she? Who are they, my love? Oh my gosh, this was so beautiful. I love this. Healing is wonderful, and anything worth having takes time and effort and energy. And like I said, I saw it, and it's real because I saw it. And again, if you decide to take the journey, the road less traveled, the hard road to healing, you will reap the reward of the land of milk and honey's beautiful connection and combination. Enjoy the journey of love, right? Don't give too much. Enjoy, laugh, play. It's fun. Don't give too much of yourself until it's time to give, you know, more. Again, moderation. Enjoy the process. Enjoy the journey, my beautiful soul. So these are the messages that I've channeled for you today. I certainly hope this was helpful for you, enlightening for you, encouraging, inspiring for you. If it was, make sure to drop a comment down below. Let me know what resonated with you. Also, make sure to click like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Connect with me on Facebook or TikTok or TikTok. I know, be gentle with me, be gentle with me. I'm just getting going. And also make sure to connect with me on my Etsy shop as well. I curate content there to help you in your spiritual life journey, all the way from personal readings to etc., whatever else I have on there, whatever I create for you, my beautiful kindred. So thank you so much for your time and your energy today, and I will see you in an upcoming reading. Bye.